So what time is it?
Second pour!
That's right. And today we're going to have
Cooper's Craft.
100 proof. Right after this. Welcome to Second Pour. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Zane.
And today we're going to have
Cooper's Craft.
Right? All
Yes.
right. Now, this is a new whiskey in our area,
Yes.
but it's a Brown-Forman whiskey. I'm pretty excited about this.
Yep. We have had a little taste on our Whiskey Pop episode, so if you haven't seen that.
Click right here. In the meantime, I think we should crack this open, but I think we already have some.
Oh, yes, we
We
did.
got a little ahead of ourselves.
Because that's what we do on Second Pour.
We're prepared.
Because we are professionals.
We're not professionals.
So
let me tell you about this. This Cooper's Craft, right, is 100 proof, 50 ABV. It is produced by Brown-Forman. It is 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. Now this runs pretty cheap. It's around $30 a bottle.
and next year it'll be $72 a bottle.
You're probably right. Now this is, I guess, Cooper's Craft is kind of in the whole idea of the cooperage. So I just read.
What is a cooperage?
Well, these are the guys who make the whiskey barrels. This is where the barrels are made, where they're actually,
Yes.
charred and all that. Brown-Forman is one of the only one of the few major distillers who owns their own cooperage.
Right, and
I didn't realize that.
Well, I realized it because I read the notes.
Yeah.
And they also do barrels for other people.
They do, that's right, they
Yeah.
do. But they also produce for their own whiskey. They own Jack Daniels, Cooper's Craft, Old Forester, and Woodford Reserve.
As in they own.
They own those companies.
Bam. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
So here's something interesting about it. And they say it on the bottle. They said this on the bottle. It says chiseled and charred. I had to look it up. So they actually are chiseling the char that's on those barrels because they believe that allows to open up the whiskey to go into the barrel more.
So is it they chisel it first, then burn it?
I don't know. Maybe you guys know. I didn't even look into that.
Gotcha.
I'd be interested to go out and see what the process is. Now, I know that you could probably visit this distillery
Road trip.
Right? I know, exactly. So, let's smell this thing.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, I feel like it's heavily rye.
I think the rye spice stands out pretty big, but I get a lot of cinnamon on the nose.
No, I got apple. That's what I was telling you.
So
I
you're
got
getting a lot of fruity?
Yeah, I got like almost an apple.
Yeah, on the nose, I get a ton of cinnamon and rye spice.
I do feel a little toffee-ish or that little.
Yeah, what I was saying on Whiskey Pop, I felt like there's a little bit of toffee in the front of that.
Yeah, I can kind of get that.
Now, if you stick your nose in there, it's for 100 proof. You tell it's 100 proof.
Yeah, you can tell it. And it's got a pretty good set of oils with
yeah,
it.
Yeah, the tannin in there is pretty strong. I mean, the color-wise, it's kind of a mahogany.
Yeah, it's
pretty dark,
rich,
right?
Yeah.
It's rich. They say the nose on this is interesting. So fresh hewn oak with hints of smoke and char, spiced hints of cinnamon, leather, orchid, and citrus fruit, sweetened with sprinkling of vanilla wafer crumbs. That sounds really complicated for a nose.
I think it just smells like real damn good whiskey.
I feel like that you guys just saw every word possible go across the screen on this B-roll.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole B-roll, there's no room for the whiskey in this B-roll. It is just everything that they say that the nose is.
And that's just the nose.
That's just the nose. So for a $30 whiskey, this is some complicated shit.
Okay, I'm gonna have to sip it
Let's
first.
sip it, let's sip it. Now I'll tell you, it is spicy. That 100 proof really comes up right up the front and rise up the nasal cavity. Even as you're putting it in your mouth, you can just feel it.
Yeah, and then you feel the chest.
Yeah, you get that warm hug pretty quick, right?
Yeah. But
now, you can tell it's sticking to the palate, so you can tell that oiliness is still
I kind of want to smack a little.
Now, when I smack, I get more of the cinnamon. More of that cinnamon and apple.
Yeah, I guess that's our, what was it, the orchid or the citrus mixed together, whatever it is.
I'm definitely getting the apple, so it's like oak, cinnamon, apple, and there's the rye spice. The rye spice is not as strong as it is on the nose, so on the palate, it's less apparent as it is on the nose.
But that linger in the flavor, I still haven't codified what I'm tasting.
Well, there's something on that they say on the palate that I'm not getting, so maybe you're getting that. Okay, so the palate on this thing, caramel.
Yeah, I'd say desserty almost.
Cotton candy, coat, fresh apple, pear, citrus fruit. Now here we're gonna get real freaking floaty tooty or hidey tidy or.
It's called highfalutin.
It's called bougie. Pear and citrus fruit atop vanilla wafers dusted with sharp cinnamon.
The dusting
of vanilla wafers? What is this, banana pudding?
Yeah, no, no. Actually, I don't taste any banana. If that was in the note, I don't get any of that.
No.
I taste the caramelized candy a little bit, but
you think that's the cotton candy? I don't really get. To me, cotton candy is so just sugar,
it's got
right?
that. It's got that, but cotton candy has that flavor. What I'm saying is like it's because of the linger of the finish, is where I get the candied almost flavors and stuff. It's interesting to drink for sure.
To me, it's not that sweet.
No, it's not that it was sweet. It's like if you took that flavor and took the sugar out of it.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it's not real sweet. Now, like I said, I'm getting a ton of the cinnamon, and I'm getting a little bit of the apple still. I'm not getting a lot of the citrus, not a lot of the orange.
No, I
or
didn't
lemon,
get that. I'm not getting that. I think the rye spice is killing that.
I think it's pretty strong right up front with that.
Yeah.
And I think that rye spice may be the clove cinnamon hints that we're getting. Let's talk about the finish.
Let's talk about that finish.
Assertive cinnamon spice, lingering apple, and clean oak note. That's the lingering.
I mean,
it still sounds kind of bougie.
Let me tell you this much. I'm not picking it up like that.
No, I'm not either.
Okay, here's the finish.
It's not a long finish. It's not a short finish. It's
in
there.
the middle. The only thing that makes you feel like it's long is because of the heat.
Yeah, the heat kind of sticks to the tongue, right?
But the finish itself finishes
pretty quick.
up, and I'll give it a little bit of the little carameled apple. That's kind of pretty much it. But it's
a short flavor.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that's sticking around is the spice, the cinnamon, and the heat of that proof, right?
Yeah, and like I said, that caramelizedness, I do get that, and it does stay with the finish.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, this would be fun to sip.
I say we rate this thing.
Why don't we just rate it? So tell me, what will you give this one?
I give it a 3.
Give it a 3.
I think it's a nice mid-range, decent whiskey. $30. It's a little bit better than your standard budget bourbon.
At $30.
At $30. It's got enough complication in it that it's kind of fun to kind of dig around and kind of find some of the stuff in there. It's not bad. It's a tasty whiskey. Mm-hmm. It does have a little bit more rye in it than I think they're even saying. I don't feel like the corn is as heavy as they're saying it is. Maybe it's just this bottle.
I did taste it pretty heavy though.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
But overall, I think it's a 3.
It's a 3. It's kind of. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like it's just ass.
Sure.
But I honestly think it's more of a 2 for me.
Okay.
And I think because I'm so confused trying to figure out what it's trying to be.
So you're thinking it's got a little bit of schizophrenia going.
Yeah, I do. It's not like it's a bad. I mean, that's enjoyable to drink it. I will enjoy drinking it. But compared to, what I always try to do is compare ryes to ryes, bourbons to bourbons, etc.
This one you don't know if it wants to be a rye or a bourbon.
And I just don't know what it is.
Do you think maybe it's that chiseled? Do you think maybe allowing it to go
yeah, it's probably because
going in and out of that bourbon a little bit more? It's getting a little heat to it, and so because of that heat, it's kind of confusing you. Is that rye spice?
Be, yeah. And I think it's really good. I would think anybody that really enjoys whiskeys in general,
I think it's a good.
It's a good choice. Now, price point. That is on
$30, man. I mean, it was $30,
yeah.
And I was really surprised for 100 proof whiskey. And it seems like they're trying to hit that mark of an upscale whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, the label is really pretty, and the bottle presents itself really nice.
I think it tastes really good.
And
I think it's good. I think it's good.
It definitely, if you want this for your cabinet, this would be a good addition for your cabinet.
Yeah. If you've had it, let us know. And do you get all of these notes off the nose and palate and finish? I mean, Some of them I just don't pick up.
I'm not getting the cotton candy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not getting that one.
So in the meantime, you guys continue to be cool this week, and we'll see you next week for another second pour.
And cheers, as
Cheers.
always.
Cooperage up.